Hello and welcome back to Super Smash or Pass. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Captain Toad. So Captain Toad made his first appearance back in 2007 in Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii, and of course its sequel, Super Mario Galaxy 2, also on the Wii. He then went on to appear in special Captain Toad levels in Super Mario 3D World back in 2013, of course for the Wii U. The popularity of these Toad levels, as well as some help from Shigeru Miyamoto, helped spawn Captain Toad's own series, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, also on the Wii U in 2014. Now, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker also got recently re-released for both the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo 3DS. And of course, with the Switch port, he also included in some new Odyssey levels because, of course, Captain Toad did make an appearance in Super Mario Odyssey last year on the Nintendo Switch. Now, Captain Toad doesn't have as much of a moveset to pull from as some of the other characters we've talked about. Specifically because he doesn't really do much himself except for walk around in his main series game. However, there are things we can pull from it, and it's going to rely for the Smash team to be a little bit more creative with this character, which we've seen them do before. So if we look at things like the pickaxe from Captain Toad, or turnips, or maybe even his minecart, you can use all these different things in a moveset to give him a different kind of feel. Or, obviously, since he is a Toad, although not the Toad that we all know and love, but he is a Toad, so they could also pull from other Toad appearances in stuff like New Super Mario Bros., for example. Now, there is this huge debate over Captain Toad of if he can even be a character, because in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, he cannot jump. That is like a defining characteristic of that character in that game. However, I think there are really some pretty easy workarounds to this. The first being keeping by that rule, right? So if we continue by the rule that he can't jump, there are things that you could substitute with. Either using his spaceship or even a launch star from Super Mario Galaxy as his recovery, and then instead of him jumping up the platforms, have his up smash or his up B or whatever it is, have him be placing ladders. And if he places a ladder down, he can climb up to different platforms. Maybe he could place like 2 ladders and then after that one disappears or something like that. And a player, if you hit enough time, it can be removed. It also doesn't leave Captain Toad as vulnerable anymore because we know that they added in fighting on a ladder to be a thing, so it's not going to be an issue. Now, Captain Toad would also obviously need an alternate skin here, and that would be as Toadette, maybe even giving him his classic Toad appearance, but he'll definitely need Toadette to be in this, similarly to, you know, the male and female options for Robin and Corrin, or Alf for Olimar, that kind of thing. I don't think Toadette would work as an Echo Fighter, because there's not really any difference in them, even in their games, so I think it's better off just as a costume. Now for his final smash, I think you should bring in the Toad Brigade in some way, shape, or form. I think that they should have some cinematic thing with the spaceship, or maybe them in a minecart, or something like that. Pull from something, I don't know exactly what it could be, but maybe like they do one of those Captain Falcon things where they take the ship and like blast it into someone, or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like you should maybe bring in the Toad Brigade because they're kind of like his posse, and they do obviously appear in Captain Toad as well. Now, Captain Toad is a fairly new Mario character, especially since we know that he's not this Toad right here. The Toad you see in all the other series, you know, the basic Toad, that's not Captain Toad. That is a different character, so there are 3 or 4 notable Toads in Captain Toad, Toadette, Toadsworth, and regular Toad. So we know he's not that character, and yes, he's a fairly new character, but even then, I don't think it matters because he's had so many consistent appearances in the Super Mario franchise, as well as having his own game. And as I'm sure a lot of you know, Mario has a tendency to get some sub-characters, if you will. In the first Super Smash Bros. Game for the Nintendo 64, we got the inclusion of Mario and Luigi, as well as Yoshi. And Yoshi wasn't under a Mario banner, it was under a Yoshi banner, even though it is a Mario character. In Brawl, the same thing happened with Wario, and we got, obviously, Wario under his WarioWare banner, as opposed to just being under the Mario banner. And that has happened every other Mario game. So, obviously in Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, the two Mario characters, Bowser Jr. and Rosalina, were both under the Mario banner. So I think it's reasonable to believe that since Daisy obviously is not under her own special banner, that Captain Toad might be joining the crew as a Captain Toad representative as opposed to being a Super Mario representative. And obviously, since Captain Toad has been re-released on the Nintendo Switch, the current market knows who he is, while his being released back in the Wii U era leaves him super viable to be in this game. So while, yes, I think a lot of people might be kind of batting their eyes at Toad a little bit, I feel like he is a perfect candidate for Super Smash Bros. So obviously we're giving him the verdict of Super Smash! And if we don't want to go that route, we can just ignore the rule. Yes, Captain Toad is going to be our representative, and he will be a Captain Toad series representative, not a Mario series representative, but there's no reason to believe that Sakurai can't pull from other Toad movesets, including things like the Toads from New Super Mario Bros. And even then, have Captain Toad pull out a propeller shroom from his backpack. Now he can do all that kind of stuff from that game, and that's an easy way to fix this. I get why the recovery argument is there, but I don't agree with it, and I don't think it's a good argument, and I think we can find workarounds for it, so I don't think that should keep Captain Toad from being added to the game. Now, of course, my verdict is not the only one that matters, so click that icon up in the corner, and let me know what you think. Is Captain Toad a smash, or is this way too much for Toad to handle, and he's gonna have to pass on this one? And of course, last week, in a 60-40 split, you guys voted Banjo and Kazooie a smash as well, so we agreed on that one. Thank God. So guys, remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Let me know who you want to see in the Super Smash or Pass series, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.